Hello my friends and welcome to part 188 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. So, I want to just say a few quick things. I realize now, you know what, here, I think if I just okay, there it is. Took a little bit to get up. Okay, yeah, so it's on there now. It should be good now. I don't know if other people have to wait like that, like if there's a bit of delay, but I know there's a bit of delay for me for the live streams, but it shouldn't be too hard. I try not to talk about anything too drastic until I notice that the delay is gone, which is also good that I'm also like on top of it on YouTube as well. Anyway, there's a verse for you all, for when I get to there, if anyone wants to, it's for you guys, it's also for me to know which verse I actually am going to be talking about, kind of like the timestamps meant to help me out, but I feel like the verse can also help others out, and maybe the timestamps can also help others out too, even if I put them. I may look a little weird when I make it into a video, but whatever. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I noticed that from the last video, with the whole swing spiel, I noticed that like even if I delete comments from the YouTube chat, it doesn't actually remove them. Even if I make these into videos, it doesn't remove them from what's showing on the PlayStation. There's a way to remove the comment box altogether, but I don't really want to have to go that far if I can help it, but I will if people don't respect my chat. So please, I'm just saying, that gives you more reason. Please just respect my chat. Just remember, it's supposed to be family friendly. I don't mind other minor swears, but please do not say the F word. I'm really against that because, like, basically it makes my videos have to go from a PG rating to a PG-13 rating. I don't really want to do that because it might shy kids away, and I'm trying to reach as many people as I can, even with the small amount of videos I may have left for this channel specifically. That could still give me time to reach quite a few people, and then if you're someone who can't respect these rules, who can't respect the chat, please, if it makes you uncomfortable for whatever reason, and you decide you want to leave and you want to maybe even unsubscribe from me, go right ahead. Because I want people, I want, if people are going to subscribe to me, I want them to be subscribed to me because they also believe in my values. They trust in my values, and they trust that what I'm doing is good. But even so, I hope you are able to find maybe other ways, other resources that you can use to maybe get into the faith. Anyway, I pray that everyone, even if you're not listening, even if you're not getting it directly from me, that you are able to still get it from other places. Okay. So that's just what I wanted to say. I feel like that was pretty important. So hopefully people tune in maybe afterwards so they can hear about this. But if anyone wants a refresher of the rules, you can always ask, and I'll be sure to tell you. Anyway, let's get into the solo mode. I'm going a little bit out of order. Instead of doing the next one with the Chazalab Justice, my deck's a little expensive with that, so I decided to do Mayakashi, since most of those cards I'm going to be using are coming from the structure deck, the zombie structure deck, which I bought 3 of, but that was enough. I had to make a few crafts, but I was still able to get it where I had plenty of CP for all that. So I'm doing Mayakashi this time, and I may go a little bit out of order in the future videos, but we'll have to see. I think the rest are a little bit expensive, like all the rest may be a little expensive, but I think I came up with some good ideas, so I'm still wanting to try to build them, try to craft into them, even if that maybe means disenchanting a few cards off camera, of course. But oh yeah, I forgot I need to change my accessory. So I'll go ahead and change my accessory to Mayakashi related stuff before I go into them. So let's see what Mayakashi stuff I have. There we go. That's a good one. That's right on theme. I guess I'll do this one because it's Halloween-esque, and then Mayakashi is more of one of those spooky archetypes. Maybe I could do Scapegoat because it's like that scapegoat sort of thing. And I did the ghost tricks. So I think I'm gonna do this to pay homage to Scapegoat. Yeah, one of those more underrated zombies that's coming from those Scapegoat tokens that are coming from the Scapegoat, and it's underrated because and it's not that great because it's a flip monster, unfortunately. But I'm paying homage to that, sort of. I don't know if there's a very good one, so guess I'll just have to go with. Can't try and go with Eldritch though, because oh boy, I don't know if I have a good one here. I guess Flamberge Dragon. I don't know, because he looks cool. Doesn't really have much to do with what I'm going for, but luckily he's really only there for the home screen. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But the rest is at least not bad. So here's the Mayakashi. Yeah, I have a few fun ones this time. I feel like maybe one kind of a little bit more underrated, and then one that's forget what the other one is. I forget what my 3 ones exactly were, but one that's more fun, and then one that's, man, why am I not remembering the last one? One is Skull Servant though. One is a mill type one. Oh yeah, Salamangreat, that's right, because it kind of uses the whole fire thing that at least the Docky is, and maybe a few of the synchros. So I guess there's that. I just thought like, hey, that's kind of fun. But I think to start off, I'll go with the Salamangreat one. Just because this might be a little bit less synergy than the others. Because Salamangreat's kinda, I don't know if they're the best at playing along with the Mayakashis. And it's not like there's a whole bunch of fire Mayakashis. Really just, I mean, the best one, but I mean, not that I really need to get out of the grave into my hand, though. But maybe, like, there's a few fire Mayakashis. Yeah, there's this one. So at least I think the Sunlight Wolf can add back the... Yeah, I can add back the Yoko into my X deck, which I guess is something. I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll make, but... That's why I'm using this one first, because... Probably not the best synergies ever, but like at least like I just wanted one that kind of goes off the attribute of the Docky, so that's what I decided on. I'll use it first since this is probably the least synergistic though. The others I think are a lot more synergistic. One synergizes with the whole looping potential of the Mayakashis, albeit it's a little less than the 6 Samurai, and it shouldn't take nearly as long because of how the whole loop works. I can explain that more in detail. And then the other ones just synergizes, I think, synergizes based off of the fact that it's 2 zombie archetypes split together. And also the whole, like, self-mill that I kind of have kind of works with the Skull Servants. Anyway, before I begin, I'm going to go ahead and do what time I showed off the deck, which is, I'm going to say 8 minutes. 8 minutes, This is Mayakashi Salamangreat. Salamangreat deck overview. I'm also gonna put in the notes what solo mode this is. Scheming creatures. Just so I can get that too. Makes it easier to do the timestamps for. Or timestamps and or channel thumbnail really. And then, so Mayakashi Salamangreat Duel, I can do 11 minutes, so I'll just play it now. Mayakashi Salamangreat Duel. And I think I have some real fun ones for the Eldritch. Like, just to get you guys excited for that. Yeah, I think, like, those might be a little bit more competitive this time. I'm not sure, like, I think the Skull Servant could actually go pretty well with the Mayakashi. So that may be a bit more competitive. But I know neither one is probably, like, the most competitive thing ever, but, so. Yeah, this is probably don't need it, but what I can do is I can add the one that special summons. Probably ooh, I can add the trap. I can add the trap. That's nice. Maybe I should add the trap. Yeah, I'll add the trap. Just add it to my hand. And what I can do here, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Actually, the counter trap can reset itself. So I'll go ahead and add. I'll add the gazelle here. I think I'd rather go for the Salamangreat plates first off. And another downside is that, like, once I commit to the Mayakashi plays, I can't really go for the Salamangreat plays. I think that, yeah, it just says, so yeah, it's before or after. It doesn't work either way. So I basically have to commit to one or the other side. See, that's another downside. That's why I'm saying maybe not much synergy. Luckily, the Skull Servants don't really need to care much about the X deck. So that's another reason why I think the Skull Servants will probably work a lot better. And also the Mill deck doesn't really need to care about the X deck either. All it really cares about is the loop of the Mayakashis. So that's why I would say that deck also synergizes a lot more. This one is probably the least synergistic, which is why I'm using it first. But it's still not bad. So what I could do is probably should go for the Exceed. The nice thing about going for the Exceed is since the spinning will no longer be counted as on the field. And also this special summons a Salamangreat from my deck. That's kind of nice. But yeah, since it's no longer counted as on the field, the spinning will be sent to the graveyard when it's detached. So I can reuse the spinning, which is really nice. This is unfortunate when it's only normal summon. This is kinda nice, like, that's pretty nice, but I think I'd rather go for Jack Jaguar here. That's another nice thing about the Exceed, it's kinda like, even if I just had the spinning, now I have both. Ooh, and now I can go for the Bale Links to get the field spell. So that's why it doesn't matter that I did the Exceed first. There's the sanctuary. Hold on. Maybe I should go for Sunlight Wolf now. Yeah, probably. Thinking Sunlight Wolf here. And now what I can do, I can put the Exceed back. Probably the best one. That's another nice thing about the Exceed, is it means now I don't have to put the Billings back. See, that's why it's nice when you can play the Exceed, which I wasn't able to do recently because, like, I was already playing this when it was only links available, not necessarily the Exceed. So now I might as well add the Gazelle to hand because Spinny doesn't mind being in the graveyard. And now I can reincarnate summon, which is nice. Which will allow me to... I don't have any other Salamangreats, so I might as well just get it back with the Sunlight Wolf so it's not banished when it leaves. See, and that's why I didn't mind discarding it. So now I might as well set the Omni Negate here. Fortunately, this is kind of dead, but oh well, I might as well still set it so it's ready when it needs to be. And there's the end phase. So there's the Salamangreat plays. At least next time I can go for Mayakashi plays. Might as well negate that. Usually if you negate the... I think that's another thing. I mean, but like with all the extra zombie sport, I think there are ways where they can like kind of keep going even after negate, but I think it might be a little bit hard for them to. So yeah. Yeah, I might as well add that counter trap back again. First thing. I don't think that's going to restrict me from anything. So now, see, now I either have to commit to my Mayakashi plays or the Salamangreat plays. I think I'm just going to commit to the Mayakashi plays this time, so I can show that off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the one that can special summon itself. This one. Add to my hand, so I can act as a little bit of an extender. The only unfortunate thing is, like, yeah, I kind of want... Nah, it doesn't even matter too much. I'm just gonna do this now. I guess it does technically give me another material for synchroing, but, like, I generally want to go for the lowest one first anyway. So even that doesn't really make much of a difference. So I guess, like, if I had to worry about Nibia, that would be nice. But still, it's kind of annoying that, like, you basically have to commit to one side or the other. When you're kind of going for, like, putting decks together, you kind of want to, like, make a deck that where, like, you don't have to commit to one side or the other. Because then if you have both sides, you're basically like, which one do I go for? Maybe it doesn't matter sometimes. I don't know. Like, I mean, but like, if you're playing a deck where like, it's one side or the other, but the other side can like be also played during the opponent's turn, and the other side is more for during your turn, then it can be pretty good as well. That's another time when maybe it doesn't matter. At least with the synchro plays, like, I don't have to worry about Sunlight Wolf link marker being taken up. Okay. Yeah, and also the Docky says that once you special summon her with her effect, that's another way you're locked into just Mayakashis from the X deck. So that's why I'm thinking maybe if you really want to get as synergistic as possible, maybe just play this with decks that don't really care much about making much use of the X deck, which I feel like the other two kind of exemplify that a lot more. But at least like by like committing with the Salamangreats first, and as long as they're not like all taken away, which they shouldn't be during the solo mode at least. If they are taken away, it kind of means like you might have to rebuild the Salamangreats, and that's another turn where you can't really. I guess I can't. So I have to get rid of the. That's another thing. Now I can't go into a link because the spot is taken up by the Sunlight Wolf. That's annoying too. Interest card from graveyard. Well, at least I can special summon the. I don't know if I do. I think I can go for game here, so it doesn't matter. Is this game? I don't know if it is. No, it's not game yet. So close. Can you believe that? I'm 100 off. And unfortunately... Dang it. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually give me anything extra to work with. Dang, I'm 100 off. I could have done the spinny. That would have been enough. Whatever. I'm just gonna set. I guess I might as well do this now because it also sends a zombie to my graveyard. Oh, I guess I would have had plenty to work with. Dang it. Whatever, I think I'll go for the Mizuki now. Probably special summon the one that can destroy a spell or trap, which is this one. I would have been able to do it, but whatever, it's fine. Now I destroy something. Oh yeah, another thing about this is like, now I can send the Tengu off to later get summoned, and it locks my opponent down from special summoning stuff. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is the one that people are. This is one of the cards that people are saying is good with rollback. I'm not sure if people are committing to it or not yet, but yeah, this is the one that people are saying is really good with rollback because you don't have to pay cost, and the cost is the tribute thing. So it basically becomes like banish rollback. I think you need to banish it. Yeah, you need to banish it to activate its effect. So you banish a rollback while this is in the graveyard. You put this into the graveyard through some various effects that can put anything from your deck into the graveyard. Maybe Foolish Spirit of Goods or something else, or maybe an extra deck monster that can do that. Anyway, once you have both in your graveyard, you banish a rollback, target this that's in your graveyard, and now your opponent just can't really special summon monsters for the turn. Yeah, I mean, except from the graveyard, I guess, but like, generally, they basically have to set up by special summoning monsters first from the hand deck or X deck before they can do from the graveyard. So if it's basically the first turn, they're probably not going to be doing much, if anything at all. So yeah, that's a really good lock right there. I'm glad you appreciated that. Yeah, it's a pretty fun lock. I got it, of course I'm not the one who came up with that sort of idea. I'm sure other people already knew about it, but for those who didn't, I just want to point out, pretty cool thing you can do with rollback though. I wonder if I should, like, show it off, though. Maybe I should show it off. I mean, I can't play rollback with Eldritch anyway, so maybe I should show it off in Eldritch. Only problem is rollback is a UR, so that's kind of expensive. I'll see. I'll try to make. I can try to make it work at least. Although I'm not sure how good it would be to show it off against the AI, but whatever. Still shows off the lock. Shows off that it can actually work. Anyway. Yeah, but this is probably one of the main reasons you might want to play Mayakashi, because it's really easy to just activate it in Mayakashi, and then you can just play rollback anyway to trigger it again a little bit later. Then you don't have to worry about putting this in the graveyard right away, because you can just activate it because you have the materials in order to be able to. Anyway, might as well finish it here. Might as well attack with the strongest because I just need to inflict 100 life points worth of damage. There's the first one. Yeah, I try to show off both sides, and I was able to, so that was nice. I was able to show off the Salamangreat side and the Mayakashi side, and also show why the Exceed is good, because it's one of the only ways to make sure the spinning goes into the graveyard even after it uses this effect, and then you can just put it right back with the Jaguar. Really nice to be able to do it again maybe later on. Yeah, so, and hey, welcome Yu-Gi-Oh! With Daniel, by the way. See, this is your first chat. First chatter, so that's good. That's always good to see a first time chatter here. And also, thank you if anyone has liked yet or even subscribed. Yeah, I can't really see that until I refresh the page. So, but if anyone wants me to give them a shout out, you can feel free to let me know in chat. I'll also shout out a new subscriber anytime I notice one without actually shouting out who the person is, and then later on if they want me to actually shout out who they were, or if you want to like let people know in chat know that you were the one to subscribe, you can feel free, or else I'll just keep it anonymous, because I know some people do like the anonymity, so I think that's the best way to do it. And if you want me maybe to be shouted out non-anonymously ahead of time, you can always let me know in a video right before the next one. Because I should be able to see it right before the next video. Here, and then I'll do this one next. I'll save the Skull 7 one for last, I think. I think that one might be the strongest. This one is more of a fun deck. It might be a little bit like hard to actually get to the win condition here. But before I go into it, 29 minutes. Well, I guess I can do 30 minutes. Will be. This is Mayakashi here, and then I kind of tried to do a pun with this one. So it's called Mayakashi Bone Meal, where if you really stretch it, it sounds like bone meal, which is kind of nice because that kind of reminds you of zombies, because like zombies have a lot of bones, like skeletons, remember? Or like maybe you see a lot of like bones poking out of zombies. So I kind of thought that was pretty funny. So it's supposed to be like bone meal. You really have to stretch it, but I thought it was funny. I hope other people enjoy the little bit of the pun there, even though you really have to stretch it. Anyway, yeah, basically Mayakashi engine with, and then this one is probably a lot more synergistic because I don't really have to worry about going into many of the X-Deck monsters besides the Mayakashis. Some of the extra X-Deck monsters are pretty much just there to, like, maybe help me to get the Soul-Absorbing Bone Tower in the graveyard, because that's a really nice place to easily be able to special summon it from when I have both Mizuki and Soul-Absorbing Bone Tower. And then at that point, I wait until I get the Inferno Reckless Summon, which is where my draw engine is there for, the Danger Engine, and then the other draw powers. I also have other ways of special summoning or sending the Bone Tower to the graveyard. Unfortunately, it's not level 1, so 1-for-1 doesn't really help it. It's there for the special summoning Hajun, mostly. But, like, the draw power is there to help me get to the Inferno Reckless Summon, because unfortunately there's no easy way to add this. Really, the only easy way to add this is the Ultimate Offerings or whatever it is. The one where you have to banish your entire hand. Or no, it's Left Arm Offerings. The one where you have to banish your entire hand. I'm not really too worried about not being able to set anything the turn I can activate it. But what I am worried about is the fact that I would have to banish my entire hand. And neither of these really want to be banished. I mean, sure, I can technically get back banished zombies with this, but like I really only run one, so that's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. I mean, I do technically have more copies of it technically, but I still only have the one, and then I have to banish it, so it's really only a one-time use, really. So yeah, I'm not really looking to banish a bunch of stuff, so unfortunately Left Arm Offering is out. Triple Tactics Thrust is also out, because unfortunately that only searches for normal spells and normal traps, so I don't have it anyway. So luckily I could save a few, and I had a lot of these dangers anyway, so luckily I didn't have to spend extra on the dangers, so that's good. Yeah, but they're mostly there to act as extra draw power or like filter through my deck. And then Mothman I think is kind of underrated, because either way this is a draw, which is what I want anyway. And then Power Prosperity is definitely really nice. It's kind of like one of a better kind of draw, because it's like when I'm looking for a specific card, it's really good. And yeah, I'm looking for specifically Inferno, maybe Soul Absorbing Bone Tower for a lesser extent, but I have plenty of ways of getting into the graveyard from my deck and then special summoning it with the Mizuki. And what I basically want to do is I want to wait until I actually have this special summon the Mizuki, and I want to also wait until my opponent has a monster, which shouldn't be too hard, to use this card. And then once I special summon out the Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, I activate this card since it has 1500 less attack, and then I special summon all of my Bone Towers, and I don't have to worry about my opponent having any, because my opponent isn't playing Bone Tower in any of these decks. And then, after that, I can go through the Mayakashi loop. So I basically want to make sure I can, like, still go into Mayakashi stuff after I do the whole Bone Tower thing, which shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, and then with 3 out, all that really requires is that I, special summon, I think it's like, I think with a 40 card deck, that's like 6 cards every time, so it's like definitely less than 10, which I can definitely get that, like, might be like 6 or something. No, actually 5 is exactly 40. So yeah, it's basically 5 special summons, which is really easy to get to. Probably for quite a few zombie decks, but especially for this one, since I can easily get there with the Mayakashi loop 5 times. Yeah, with 1, it's, you basically have to do over 10 times, which might, actually I might be able to do that even. Like, maybe I only need 1 out. Hold on, now I'm kind of curious, do I only need 1 out? So if I have 1 out, that will take like, oh wait, it's 2 each. So it would be 20 special summons, which I'm not sure if I can do or not. But here, I'm curious. So this will be 1, 2, set up my first play. And then this will be 3, 4 because it brings back the Docky. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Man, so close. 18 special summons right there. 18. Which is what, 36? So I think all I really need is 1. So I don't think I even need the Inferno Reckless summon. If I'm going straight fresh, I think I only need 1. That's kind of crazy. I think I only need 1. I think only 1. I think 1 should work. But I guess the Inferno Reckless summon is there. I guess Inferno Reckless summon can still be there just to make it fast if I happen to get to it. But this is not even really needed. I mean, if I couple in a few of the dangerous summons too, since like it only restricts me from X deck summons. And then also Shamisen, I probably won't need it, but it's there to maybe reset some of my synchros, putting them back in the X deck. But I probably won't even need to play them. And then Dark is there to search for Soul Absorbing, basically. Maybe a few of my other Darks that can be searched for, as long as they have 1500 less defense. Underworld is just a nice card for getting rid of stuff in my opponent's field. But that's probably another one where I don't really need to be going for much. Throne for the negate. Also, maybe it can reset some of my monsters. Or it can be another way to special summon out the Soul Absorbing. That's right. That's why I have it in. Mostly just another way to special summon out the Soul Absorbing if it happens to get accidentally destroyed. But yeah, I think this should actually work like a lot better than I thought. Especially with all the new Mayakashis on now. I can basically get it with just 1 Soul Absorbing. That's crazy. Now I'm really glad that I decided to put this in with the Mayakashis. One of the few decks that like where the Bone Meal is actually really effective. You only need 1. So it's actually probably pretty versatile. I guess the only like downside is if your opponent has 60, you definitely won't get there then. But luckily, most of my opponent's decks here should be 40 or less. And with their draws, it's going to be less than 40 in their deck remaining. Anyway. So yeah, I can even get it going first then, technically, if I'm lucky enough. Question is if I'll be lucky enough. So now what I can do, I'm gonna say 39 minutes will be the Mayakashi Bone Meal. Mayakashi Bone Meal Duel. There we go. I'm gonna get live again. Good. Okay, that's all my opponent did, so I do. Oh wow, I actually got it. I actually got both cards, not that I need. Unfortunately, I'd rather have... Well, I'll see. I honestly don't care what my opponent's life points are. Oh yeah, and then another thing about the Nessies is maybe if I'm lucky I can like get some of my zombies here into the graveyard. It acts as another way to do that. So I think what I'm gonna do I want to see what zombie I get into the graveyard first. Oh wait, honestly, I probably want to do Foolish Burial first. The only downside is, like, I don't even know if... Oh wait! If this card is sent to the graveyard? Oh wait, but I need the docky. I do need the docky, so I'm gonna have to send off the docky here. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Actually, no, I guess I'll send off the docky. Okay, now I might as well do this. Mizuki isn't bad. Now I can special summon the Nessie. Oh wait, no, Soul Absorbing Bone Tower only counts zombies, so it won't work even if my dangers do get special summoned. Unfortunately, this is only from the deck. I only have one, so... I don't really want to send off the... This card is sent to the graveyard. Oh, I really shouldn't have set the Inferno Reckless summon. Now I can't even activate it. Yeah, probably what I want to do here. Luckily, this is like hand deck and graveyard. I guess it really doesn't matter, since it can be specified from the graveyard anyway. Or maybe I should just do Gozuki here. I'll just start with Gozuki. Oh, wait. Oh, I really shouldn't have done that then, first thing. Man. I don't really... Wow, I can't really do this. Well, I might as well just send off another Mizuki, I guess. This will be fine. I'm thinking I should probably do dark here. Oh yeah, that's right. That's another way I can... Still unfortunate that I have to... I don't think I can... Should probably just wait then. Probably what I should do is just wait. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Wait. I'm just gonna go in battle, get rid of her. And now just end. My opponent will be summoning more monsters anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's nice that I got it right away, not the... It's like, even after saying how much I don't need it. My opponent only has 32 cards left. It's fine. I'll definitely be able to pull it off next time, though. Assuming my opponent doesn't trigger that trap that makes it so I can't special summon from my hand deck or extra deck. Assuming they don't have that, I should be able to pull it off next turn. Here. Luckily, it doesn't even require me, like, destroying stuff, which is actually good, because a lot of the Mayakashis like to be destroyed in order to get others out. Well, that really stinks, man. Well, I guess now you'll see how I don't even need it. Here, what I'm gonna do is I banish the Mizuki. I'll special summon the Bone Tower now. Yeah, and then this is alright. I still have the Mizuki, so I can still get out the Daki here. Technically, I should have brought out the other guy, though. But it's fine. I'm gonna summon the Harjun now. Special summon that. Cool. Now I don't have to use him as material. I guess I might as well go with this one. Cool. There's another 2 mils. And you can kinda chain block, but it doesn't. Not all the time though. Fortunately, I can't chain block the Daki because it's forced to activate first because it's mandatory. Honestly, really cool they can pull it off with one of these guys because of the fact that you can get 18. I guess that makes it really perceptible to, I think that's a word, to Nabil, but also if your opponent is playing cards that can get effects when they're sent to the graveyard, it's also kind of bad for that. Luckily, you don't really have to worry too much about that stuff in solo mode. So that's why I like testing these ideas that may not necessarily work very well for... And it's fast too, so I really like it. I really like that this is really fast too. And it doesn't even matter what your opponent has. Well, unless they maybe have ways of stopping your special summons. Which, probably not in this case. Luckily my opponent's insane, so I don't have to worry about that one card. So yeah, I'm basically helping my opponent here by putting a bunch of stuff in the graveyard, but when they can't draw, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I do this until they deck out. Don't even care that I lost my Inferno Reckless summon. So now I can go for this one. Probably using up... Now I'll use up these two. It's basically 4 per X deck summon. Because of also of the Daki. Crazy. Wow. I have to almost use my entire extra deck here in order to do it, but should be able to get there. Oh yeah, and also one of the links can special summon another monster, so you can special summon the one that will mill a bit more for extra mill power. I think you can actually get to 40 with one because like of all the things that you have. Because this one also have the banish effect to special summon a synchro. So that can be an extra 3 right there. So yeah. If I wanted to, I could go into this. And then I could also just banish this. And then that would be, what, an extra 4? Oh yeah, and also I get to special summon off of this. I mill another 2. So yeah, probably easily 40 with just one of these guys. That's pretty awesome, because the one synchro here, I think it's this guy, mills 3 from both. So yeah, easily getting to 40 with just one. That's crazy. Just one. Wow. Anyway, now I might as well end it here. Oh wait, I guess what I could have done is do the Mothman, but whatever. Yeah, I could have just done the Mothman after that to just force my opponent to have to draw, because it was definitely going to be discarded. But yeah, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun right there. And that was a real short one. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome if I do say so myself. And if you already have the Mayakashi, it's pretty easy to just incorporate the bone meal. Since all you really have to do is add in, you don't even really, like, a lot of this is from the Mayakashi stuff. You don't even really need the dangers. I mean, maybe the dangers will help you to make it so that you can, like, do it on turn 1. But you technically don't really need the dangers. And you don't even need this now that I think about it. Because you can pull it off with 1 as long as your opponent isn't playing a 60-card deck. Not sure how good it would be in ranked, but definitely fun. You don't really need the upside either. Yeah. A lot of the cards you do want are probably going to fit pretty well in Mayakashi. And again, a lot of these cards like Unazombie and Mizuki and even Gozuki, I think are all available from the structure deck, the zombie structure deck. And even those synchros that I kind of showed off. Except for that one rare, but it's a rare anyway. So who really cares? Yeah, here's the 200 gems here. So now I'll end it with the Skull Servants, which are actually pretty fun. So the thing about the Skull Servants is that, here, 53 minutes. 53 minutes will be Mayakashi Skull Servants. Okay, so the thing about the skulls, oh wait, I meant deck overview, but whatever. So the thing about the Skull Servants is this kind of plays nicely with the Skull Servants because you want a bunch of Skull Servants in your graveyard. So I'm playing quite a few that also can also be treated as Skull Servant while in the graveyard. Like some of the new ones can also be treated as Skull Servant while in the graveyard. I'm trying to get a bunch in to try to make my King of Skull Servants get to be as high as possible. And another nice thing about King of Skull Servants here is like now it's like a lot more synergy with the Where Art Thou and the 1-for-1, because not only can I be like getting out the Mayakashi stuff with the 1-for-1, but now I can also be getting out some of the Skull Servant stuff since they're all level 1s as well. And then Where Art Thou becomes a lot better when Mayakashi combined with the Skull Servants. Because of course the Skull Servants are level 1, so there's a lot more targets where Where Art Thou, it really makes Where Art Thou a lot more worth playing. Like, especially like just maxed out. Of course. Zombie World, I don't really know the synergy with that. Like, there's probably not much synergy here. Just to show off Zombie World, I guess. But yeah, like, there's not really any reason why I really need to make my zombies, and like, since my opponent's also just playing zombie deck, it's probably not going to affect that much at all either. This could be a nice floodgate against some decks. But yeah, not really that important here, but of course this has a lot more synergy when there's a lot more zombies in this deck. Also a good way to get back some of my... I'm not sure if any of the Skull Servant cards banish themselves on effect, but And also, Foolish Prayer is a little bit better now too, because like this one has when it's sent to the graveyard effect as well. So maybe if you already have everything else, you can then just send this. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to wait until my King of Skull Servants gets to 8,000 attack at least, and I'm going to just try to kill off my opponent in one shot. That seems kind of fun. Also, the nice thing about this is you can like keep special summoning it out even if it gets destroyed. Unfortunately, it's only by battle, but like you can special summon out by banishing a... I guess there's a banish, and then you can like use that banish fodder, maybe get them out again with this card. Return to the graveyard. Yeah, and once again, the Synchro deck is pretty much the same. And once again, the bonus is good for all of my low-level monsters out there. Yeah, and I'm playing the Danger Engine again. Because Dangers are just good to help you get, as another way to help you get monsters into the graveyard. And then Snow is there because I'm probably filling up my graveyard quite a bit, especially with the Mayakashis, that like I will be able to have a bunch for Snow to get out. And once again, the Underworld, the Dark, once again has a lot of targets, especially with the Skull Servants added in, because they're all low defense. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, XX pretty much the same again. This maybe has a little bit more opportunity to show itself off. Because like now that I'm maybe playing a little bit of more of a long game, like the last one, the Mo Mill deck, was basically try to get a quick win, but this one is maybe playing a little bit of the long game, trying to like eventually get enough resources in my graveyard to power up King of the Skull Servants enough to one shot, which I technically don't need to do, but that just seems fun. Anyway, the Mayakashi synchros can just act as like ways to mess with the opponent until that time. So, of course, if anyone has more questions about any of these decks, you can feel free to ask. Oh, I didn't mean to do... Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Mayakashi Skull Servant Duel. Yeah. It's already time. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna say 59 minutes then, because I'm a little late here. Man. Come on. Let's make it live again. Change decks. Here we go. Select deck. Okay. Mayakashi. Huh. These might have been some of my most favorite decks so far for this new solo mode My Deck Dual Swords series. I don't know, especially that Bone Mill. Pretty awesome, like much quicker than the... Kind of makes me like the whole loop of the Mayakashis a little bit more than the loop of the Six Samurais, because the loops for the Six Samurais are a little bit more clunky, and the Bone Mill just works so well with them because they're already zombies. Ooh, Mayakashis. I know. Hi, Rainbow Clover. Yeah, I just showed off like the Bone Mill deck where like I was just trying to special summon enough to where I can mill. And it's pretty awesome that you can like mill the opponent's whole deck as long as they have like as long as it's basically more standard size. You can basically mill the opponent's entire deck with just one, because you have so much special summons, and then that one link that can like special summon one of the synchros back. You can just special summon the synchro that mills 3 on top of everything else. Pretty awesome, like easily milling 35 in like 35 plus in one turn with that, with just one. Generally, people like are saying like if you're playing the Bone Mill deck, you want the 3 Inferno Reckless summons to make sure you have 3 on the field, but you only need 1 when it comes to Mayakashis. Anyway, I might as well do the zombie world here. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. LOL, just watch out versus T in ranked. LOL. Oh yeah, see that? Yeah, that's why maybe it doesn't work as well in ranked, but yeah, and of course Tia already has 60 plus, like it's 60, maybe, and even if they don't, like so many effects activate, which is why it may not be the best, but like, and like Runics are probably better at that kind of thing. Just takes a little bit longer with Runics. Mayakashi nice because it's faster. Tia plays 40 currently. Yeah, but they have like so many effects activated in the graveyard. It's dangerous. That's one of the problem with mill decks. Even the ones that can like mill the opponent's deck really quickly, maybe even in one turn. Like the problem is, even if they can do that, there's so many cards that can activate in the graveyard, maybe even right away. Maybe for the other decks that need some time, maybe you won't give them that, but for stuff like Tia, it's kind of bad. Anyway, I might as well do Shiranui Solitaire here. This will help me get out the Unazombie. Oh yeah, I also have this one because it's nice synergy with Snow, because when it's banished you just get to special summon it. And they also got draw. It's extra draw. That's kind of nice. I'll just do Una's. Oh yeah, I guess you could also summon Daku with that. That's kind of nice. Unironically, versus Snake Eyes, you can def get wins. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I guess the thing about the Mo Mill deck, since you really only need to put in like 1 extra card, what you can do is, if you know you're playing against tiers, somehow, like, you can basically not go for the Bone Mill, but for maybe most of the other decks where it doesn't maybe even really matter, if you can get the, like, then maybe you can go for the Bone Mill to basically mill the entire deck in one shot. Oh yeah, another nice thing about the Unazombie is it discards for effect, so it'll get the Jackalope. It'll allow you to activate the Jackalope. So now I can just do this, discard the Jackalope here. I don't think this has a graveyard effect. Oh yeah, it's not level 1. So now I can special summon the Danger also, which is nice. So yeah, there's a little bit of synergy with Unazombie plus Danger. And now I can send a zombie from my deck to the graveyard. Oh yeah, now because they also count as zombies in my graveyard, I can technically special summon out the Jackalope if I want to. Not that I necessarily want to. Nope. I guess I'll change the level of the Nessie here. Fortunately, don't think I can really capitalize that much right now. This card is sent to the graveyard. Okay, so this is another effect. So it allows me to add 2 and then discard 1. Oh yeah, this one can get me my zombie wool, but I already have it. So. Discard banish. So not really a lot of good options. I guess I. And this one sends another Skull Servant. Unfortunately, it has to send specifically a Skull Servant and Lady in White. Oh, But this one can then allow me to special summon a king. So he's probably the best send in this case. Now I can send 2, and I probably should have enough for... Might as well send the one for my deck though. It's always bad to get rid of cards in a deck. Well, almost always. Now I can do this right away, which is really nice. Fortunately, it also means that I'm gonna have a lot less in my graveyard. So I think this will be close to 0. Yeah, or 0. But at least now I can do the wear off though. Add the... Oh, but now... Ooh, that's nice synergy too. Oh, but I can't activate... Wait, can I activate that? Yeah, I can still activate the effect. Yes, I might as well get my Wight mare. See, so Wear Off Thou is also really good synergy with the King of Skull Servants. So I think this is probably one of the best synergistic decks with the... If you mill, of course. Wight mare. Yeah, I might as well get Wight mare. So at least this will give it... Oh. One of your banish. Oh, that's nice. Hold on, what's the difference here? Cannot be stored at battle. That's cool. So I think I might as well get this one then. Special summon Lady in White. Ooh, that's nice. That has quite a bit of stats right there. Oh yeah, because Una Zombie is a tuner. I think I'm just gonna do dark here. Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do dark. I think I'm gonna keep laying white though. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, not too bad. 2,000, that's fine. Okay, so, oh yeah, my opponent's playing Malefics here in this case. Harun. Able to special summon. Okay, there's the other tuner that the Mayakashis have. And of course the Darky Loop here. But fortunately the king can at least not be destroyed at battle. Sure, special summon in defense, but I didn't realize what all I had. Oh well. If I would have known, I would have done it in attack, but it still can't be destroyed. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay in this point, but like maybe against a ranked opponent, they could definitely capitalize on a monster that can't be destroyed battle that only has 1,000 attack. It happens to the best of us, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good, but I better go for Una Zombie here. Yeah, I'm not sure if how high I'm of attack I'm gonna be able to get my king I've definitely seen the biggest max-ups and high ranks. Yeah. That's probably one of the reasons why even like decent people can make it to master, but it's definitely really hard if you're like depending on your skill level. And like even some of the podcast people, like some of the YouTubers admitted that yeah, it's really hard to make it to master no matter who you are. Maybe easier when you're playing really good decks, but even then can be kind of difficult if you're trying to make it to the highest rankings. Yeah, so oh yeah, and by the way, I haven't said it yet, so I might as well just say it now. If anyone is enjoying my content, they feel like helping me out a bit more, they can feel free to do stuff like share, and subscribe. Maybe even go the extra mile and use one of my affiliate links. At least check it out, see if maybe there's anything in those stores that interests you. So you just need to invest time. Yeah, basically it depends on how much time you're willing to invest in this game. Probably make this a bit higher. So this is a really good send here, but also the white baking isn't bad send. I don't know. Then discard 1. Then again, Mizuki is pretty good too. Can only make it 5,000. Actually, sure, no, Solitaire isn't bad. I think I will send Mizuki. I've been thinking of making Mayakashi, but I need like 3 URs and I'm broke right now in terms of URs. Yeah, Mayakashi definitely not one of the best decks in the world, but they do have some archetypes that can combine with them. So yeah, if you're like basically trying to make a deck that is like meant to rank up on the ladder and not necessarily more fun, more to just have fun, then like I would recommend like Sprites. Yeah, Mayakashis are pretty good, but like decks like Sprites, Snake Eyes, Super Heavy Samurais are like arguably better. Especially with Ghost Meets World. Yeah, the trap here is really good here. And especially with rollback being able to maybe get another instance of it. I'll just special summon the Daki in this case. Saw my Mayakashi plays. I don't really want to get rid of the king though. So I'll go for... I guess I gotta start with the level 7 instead. Yeah. Kind of funny how you say Sprites, but I haven't seen them in months. Well, Sprites are still pretty good. You can set up a few negates, especially with the live twins. You can like get like destroys, like set up, like make a like kind of a destruction loop, and like you can also make use of the Nightmare's whole like draw effect, like co-link and draw. But yeah, maybe like the better decks are like Super Heavy Samurais, Snake Eyes. Especially once they get the new support, Snake Eyes may become one of the best decks on Master Duel if they're not there already. Like Bonfire may I don't think Bonfire is there, so that's probably maybe one of the reasons why they may not be the strongest deck ever, but they're definitely getting there. Which one? The Snake Eyes or the Sprites? Yes. Sprites did get hurt a little bit by some of their cards getting hit, but I still like them. And Sword Soul is pretty solid too. Especially when you can like set up the Throne Negate right away before the Fist Summon. Which isn't always the easiest, but as long as they don't have Nibiru, which a lot less people aren't playing Nibiru. Snake Eyes are really manageable though. There might be a little bit... I think the downside of Snake Eyes, I think they're a little bit more skill intensive. You kind of need to be smart with the plays. They may not be as straightforward. I think there's a lot of lines with the Snake Eyes. Sword Soul is pretty easy to play, and Sword Soul is not bad either. And Sword Soul is pretty easy to get if you like do the code thing. You just maybe need to spend a little bit extra on some of the extra like good Tennis and Sword Soul stuff. I suppose like you could play Sword Soul with other archetypes, but I like playing them with Tenyi. At least on my other account, not really this account. Snake Eyes has a bunch of choke points when one negate can shut them down. Well, maybe right now, but like once they get like all of their support, like, or a bunch more of their support that they've gotten the TCG, Snake Eyes can become really resilient, especially when paired with the Fire Kings. So maybe if the Fire Kings, like new Fire Kings cards hasn't come yet. Yes, I might as well go with this one. Yeah, it's a Link 3 that has the special summon from graveyard effect. Yeah, so this one can destroy the Gashodokuro. This one can destroy it. Probably should put in a fence here. Cool. Oh, cool. Now I can negate the effects of the Gashodokuro. I'm not sure if that's actually going to negate its graveyard effects, though. So I probably shouldn't even. No, it's not this effects I'm worried about. It's another one. So I might as well wait then. So what I'll do for now is I'm just gonna destroy this. My opponent will get another summon, but then I can just negate that one. Summoning that as well. And then Synchro. Summoning one of the Mayakashi Synchros that's next in line. Which is the one that can destroy a monster effect. That's a good one. So I better negate the effects of that. Wait, can Malefic... What does this do? Oh, special summon that. Okay, now I can just negate the Yoko effect. Okay, yeah, so... Anyway, anything... unfortunately, yeah. Oh, wait, the king... Oh, so this one activates before I can negate? Wow. Okay, fine. Man. Maybe I think this permanently puts at 0. Oh, up to twice per turn? Oh, that's cool. Does up to twice per turn. What's the next one in line? 7. 1500. Ah. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just destroy this one. Maybe keep the other one. Okay. That should be good. Well, man, now I have to get that with the King and the Skull Servants again. Kind of upset about that. What does this do? That's fine. Yeah, so, anyway, what? Oh yeah, I'm really liking, if anyone else watches Cartoon Network, I really like the new checkered past, like, some of those shows aren't necessarily on Max, so like, the stuff like Dexter's and Cow and Chicken, I don't think I've seen a lot of the episodes for either. I might have seen a lot of episodes for Dexter's, but it's still kind of nice to like rewatch them. I think that's one of the new ones. That just requires sending any Malefic deck. Oh wait. Sending any Malefic monster? Wait, so there's Malefic... Oh yeah, Paradox Dragon, that's right. Malefics are kind of expensive too. It's cool. And then can we just return what it banished? Wait, no, it has to be a level 8 though. I'm not sure if there's a level 8 Malefic. I should have... You know what? I'm just gonna do it now then, I think. I guess I'll send that to the graveyard. Oh man. Okay, well I should probably banish the king because then I can... Wait, no, I return to the graveyard. That's not right. How does these work? If this card is sent to the graveyard, does it care how it's sent to the graveyard? I don't think so. Pretty sure there's some cards that... Yeah, if this card is sent to the graveyard, so I'll be able to still do it. That's cool. Alright, I guess I'll just banish this. It really doesn't matter. Now I can special summon this. Might as well make it unaffected, because why not? Okay, there's another zombie world. Not that I needed that. And now I can... It says... Pretty sure I can just return to the grave. Not sure how this... I probably should do the Mizuki though. Either way. Now I can special summon something with the Mizuki. I still don't think this is enough. But I can get out the Unazami instead. I really probably should put out. Yeah, I should do Unazami. I really don't need... I'm just gonna do this one. Change the level of this guy, I guess. And then I'll go ahead and... If I was to send this, this would be 2 more. I would have to banish 3, so that's not good enough. I might as well do Mizuki here. And then Mizuki can special summon Yoko. Oh, I guess I won't be able. It's kind of hard to keep King on the field, even when I'm playing against AI here. So fragile. Underworld Goddess. That's not bad. Yeah, I guess I can do this. Is this game yet? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Underworld Goddess. Oh, I have to send all of them? No. Probably attacking with this one first, just see what my opponent decides to do with that. Nothing. Okay, I give up on the whole trying to get one-shot kill with the king, because it's kind of difficult to keep them on the field. Yeah. Well, yeah, I wasn't... Well, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I kind of just need to see it. I like how, like, you don't need to commit to it. Like, just... It lets you, like, kind of visualize it before you actually commit. Sometimes you can't, but, like, in case like that, you can kind of visualize it. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to visualize stuff. I know it's not really gonna play very well if you're in like a physical, but you can start with this just to make sure you understand before you go into the physical. Not that I really like playing physical TCG myself. I'm just saying for maybe other people who are trying to get into the game, be a better physical player. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to kind of use the TCG as a way to try to like work out some of the plays first. Aw, man. Well, I guess I'll just try again. Dang it. I should have just pressed restart. Okay. Well, maybe this time it'll go better with the whole Skull Servant one shot. Fairy Tale Snow is kind of nice to have. Yeah, I should, that kind of plays... Okay, I better start with the Mayakashi here. Oh, there's the Hajun. So I can still add the one for an extra special summon. This one. Or no, the trap instead. I better add the trap. It's nice that it's searchable. Oh yeah, I think this can just send to the graveyard. So I guess if you had like rollback, you could also just decide to send to the graveyard instead. So this also is a way to send the Ghost Meets Go to the graveyard. So I guess even if you're not a Mayakashi deck, you could also use this one as another way. Although if you already have easy enough ways from the X deck to do it, you probably don't need Foolish Burial Goods or Mayakashi Return. But Foolish Burial Goods can still be good, like if you have other cards you want to be putting in the graveyard anyway. So it might still be worth playing that. Anyway, I better do the Hajun. It's surprising that my opponent doesn't want to special summon. They didn't really go for the synchro plays yet. I feel like you should always want to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go. Have a good stream. Yeah, bye, Rainbow Clover. I hope you enjoyed the look into more of the Mayakashis. And good luck if you do decide to build it. I hope I maybe gave you some good ideas, but maybe if you want some other ideas, maybe you could watch like the other parts of the video as well. I'm making timestamps so you can basically pick which one looks interesting to you. I do 3 different ones for the 3 different duels here. They're not always the most competitive, but I think I got some pretty good ones this time. Okay. Man, oh yeah, if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask them. Like, even if they're questions about the verse, I can answer a few questions about the verse before I actually get to it. Oh yeah, speaking of that, kind of on topic, I've been reading a book called, what is it called? A Place Called Heaven. So, which is, and then the subtitle is like 10 different questions about heaven, or something like that. Close, that seems close. Might as well do this here. Probably get rid of Spell or Trap in this case. Yeah, Mayakashi, the only downside about them is that they are kind of expensive. Quite a few URs, but luckily stuff like, I mean, this is only an Azar, but luckily you really only need one of her. And then you really only need one of each of the X-Deck Mayakashis. Maybe if you really wanted to play it safe and you had the room, maybe put in a few extras. I think the one card that people like to have an extra copy of is this one, the Link 2. But luckily it's only an SR. But unfortunately both the Link 3 and the Link 4 are URs as well. So that kind of stinks. So I might as well negate, even though I don't think it's going to really make that much of a difference. But it will help me to chain block the Docky, which doesn't really make that much of a difference in this case anyway, but still kind of nice that there's some chain block potential. So I might as well go for the Link 4 now. Pretty sure I should be able to use the Graveyard effect too, even though I already use the Field effect. I think they're dependent of each other. Probably wouldn't chain block the Docky summon anyway. I'm not sure, but probably should go for the one that destroys the Spell or Trap. Though the Sushi Gomo can be pretty good. But probably should do the one that destroys the Spell or Trap in this case. So now I can put an attack at 0 and then destroy a Spell or Trap. Which one? That one? I'll just destroy the face down. I don't think that made a difference. I'm just gonna go for the battle here then. Well, that does make it so that I can only destroy 2 of the 3 now, so that kinda stinks. At least that does a bit of damage though. Okay, and think the link to is as needed. I might as well do this one. Probably go for the Tengu here. That graveyard effect isn't bad. Getting back one of my banished zombies, and I pretty much will always have at least this as a banished zombie. Ooh, this is nice. Now I can discard the... I'm not gonna do that just yet. Oh, it's from the deck. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Thought it was from the... Probably should... You know what? The White Prince. I'll send that off. Send to the graveyard. Send to the graveyard. Ooh, that's nice. Now I can just... Not that that really matters. I guess I'll go for him first. Ooh, probably shouldn't have done that. That's kind of nice. Thinking I just do the Yuki-Onna though. Oh wait. Oh no, it's still good for banishing it to special summon as synchro. I mean, at least this gives me another level 1, I guess. I'm thinking I go for this one just so I can like maybe mill some stuff for the king. Which one? Oh, come on! Wow, I milled some good ones. Ooh, that's nice. That's another one that can get me more stuff into the graveyard. I might as well send. I'm thinking... Ooh. Probably send the white baking. Now I can activate that. Add this one. And then I can also add the lane white. Okay, so I might as well do snow. Oh, here's some pretty good synergy right here. I can banish the king and then I can special summon it back again. Oh, technically I can special summon it with but I think I'm just gonna... I should probably go for some more... Ooh, I can get the... No, I can't get the Docky. Maybe I should just play the Underworld Goddess. In this case. To get into the graveyard. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have to use all of them. I think in this case it is good. Special summon one zombie from your hand, that's nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This one has an effect when it's banished. Ooh, that's not bad. I guess I'll go ahead and do this one then. So I'm gonna special summon the king. 1700? Yeah, I might as well do this. Probably banish one of my synchros that don't really matter as much. Probably the Hajun. Now I get to special summon this back. White Mare isn't bad. I think I'll do the White Mare. What do I have in graveyard? Yeah, then I can get out lane white again. I don't know. Yeah, no, I might as well do this one. Special. 3,000. Oh, they are unaffected. Oh, that's nice. Unaffected by spell trap effects. That's not bad. Now I can do the Mizuki for something else. Did I do the mill one yet? I think I already did the mill. Yeah, I already did do the mill. And I can only activate it once per turn. But I might as well do the one that can destroy a spell or trap. Because I didn't do that yet. I'm basically just rebuilding my board after I use the Underworld Goddess. That's pretty great. That's unfortunate. But I think they ought to use the one that sends something. From your deck? I don't like the Mayhem. I'm gonna get rid of that. Ooh, dark. Maybe I can... I don't know. Can the... I wonder if this one can be special summon. No, it can't be. So... I still have something in my graveyard? Oh yeah, the snow. Okay, that's good enough. I can... No, I can't end it with King. Dang it. I almost was able to end it with King. Whatever. Yeah. Man, it's a lot harder than it looks to get the King up to high enough attack to... I know that's probably not the main point, but it's fun if you can do it, just not too terribly easy. You kind of need like more ways of getting them into the graveyard really quick, or else it just takes time, and not necessarily the best when the King can be like kind of fragile. And even the that lane white only goes so far to protect it. It can still be destroyed through other means, like destroyed by card effect. And unfortunately, it can only special summon it back when it's destroyed by battle. It should almost be the other way around, like, but I guess, I mean, it was made before they were thinking, like, how, I mean, like, lane white should almost protect it from destruction by card effect, I think. Like, I think maybe that's how it should be. Lane white should almost protect it by card effect, because it doesn't really matter too much if it's protected from battle, because even if it's destroyed by that means, you can, like, special summon back anyway by banishing one of your other Skull Servant guys. I mean, it does lower the attack a little bit, but... I mean, that may have just been better. Oh well, I'm done with this part now. So now I'll move on to... I'll move on to, the... Yeah, I heard what that one got... What Pretzel, what they were named, but they changed their names. So, shout out to Time Thief Pretzel, for like pointing out that maybe the news, like maybe like, I'm not gonna stop doing the news, but what I will do is I'm not gonna like, I think maybe I'll try to spend less time on the news, because yeah, Time Thief Pretzel does have a point that, that like you guys can always just read the news later. I'll just point out like my thoughts on it. Stuff that like doesn't have to do directly with the news, but I'll just point out my thoughts on it and maybe just keep you a little up to date. For those who maybe don't exactly pay attention to news, I'll just point out the most important stuff. But I'll still click on it, so maybe those who want to read it can. But I'll just be quick, like go out of it. And then also it's nice because it gets rid of that little exclamation point, which I want to like use to like notice which ones I haven't talked about yet. So first of all, Mastodon news. That will also cut out a little bit of time from the stream, which I think is very good. Mastodon news here. And then I'll wait until, and then what I'll do until it's time, I'll just scroll through it to show you guys. And then I'll talk about it a little bit later when it hits 1 hour and 47 minutes. So, anyone who wanted to read it as I scrolled, if it went a little too fast, you can always slow it down. Okay, I think I'll wait a few seconds before I start talking about it. Okay. So, the only piece of Mastodon news is the Duelist Cup additional missions. So, this is why like, if you kind of want to, like, go the best way, like, you kind of want to, like, wait a bit before you, like, tackle the Duelist Cup. You kind of don't want to do these events all in, like, one day or just a couple of days, because those new missions coming, and this way, it doesn't feel like as much of a waste. I mean, if you're probably playing a lot anyway for the level, for the stage 2 progress, but otherwise, this is probably the smarter way to play it. Like, wait until you see the additional missions, because I think there's only one set of additional missions. So once you see the additional missions, you'll be good then. Now what I'll do is I'll do the missions. And if anyone wants to talk a little bit more about the news, feel free. But I don't think that was as much to pack. So I'll just say Mastodon missions. And also showing off my ranked deck a little bit more. This is just the deck that I like to play the most, because maybe not the most competitive in the world, but I mean, Mayakashis are probably surprisingly good. You could probably get to Master, but that might be one of the harder decks to get to. I mean, even with that really strong Floodgate card, so maybe it has gone a lot better with the rollback, but I don't know. If you want easier wins, it might be better to just play whatever. According to, I like to go to mastodonmeta.com to say up, like it. I like to use that website whenever for looking at like what kind of ratios like decks should have. They might not have all of them, but they have most of them, I would say. If you really want to challenge though, try getting to master rank with what is it, 1 I think is the highest. Try getting to master rank 1 with Ally of Justice or Genex. That's probably a real challenge. Though with the level 12 synchro that's coming out for Genex, maybe they'll be a little bit better. But yeah, Ally of Justice, try getting there with Ally of Justice. If you want a challenge, maybe try getting there with that. Like, I would say Ally of Justice may be one of the weakest decks in Mastodon right now. There's probably a lot more weaker decks, but like one of the weaker archetypes. Like even if you try making it good, just doesn't really have a lot to it, and it's slightly annoying. Like its mechanic, like caring about attributes, generally doesn't really make that great of a deck. Like caring about what attributes the opponent's playing. I mean, even if light and or dark are some of the most heavily played attributes, still kind of annoying. Maybe play them with, I don't know. I mean, DNA, like even playing with them with DNA surgery, you still have to get to that. But yeah, I would say like, if anyone wants to know my thoughts on a really bad deck, it's Ally of Justice. I would say they could, if any deck could use more support, it's probably Ally of Justice, being one of them. Yeah. I don't know. Were they worse than? I think they might have been worse than like Volcanics even. So if anyone knows about Pain. Like, I think at this point, like, Ally of Justice could probably just easily take the place now that Volcanics, I think, got a little bit more support. I'm not sure how good it makes them, but at least they got more support. Maybe now it's Ally of Justice's time. For anyone who still likes that, who still cares about that deck. I'm not really caring the most about that deck, but, like, looking at it through solo mode has made me care a little bit more, I guess. Take a little bit more notice about how bad of a deck it really has. I would say if you want to like know a way, like if a deck really and truly is bad or not, go to like mastermeta.com and like see if it has any lists. If it has absolutely no lists, then I think that's a pretty easy way to tell that a deck might be bad. Like if no one has made a list on that website, because it's fairly popular. I think it is a fairly popular website, and even some of the lesser known decks have at least one. But there are definitely decks on there that have no deck lists. Like no one, it's so bad no one even wanted to bother making a deck list on that site for it, which that's really sad. Even decks like, even some of the older decks that people are kind of fond of still, like have deck lists for them. Like Skill Drain Beatdown has a deck list, at least one deck list. What's the Miss Valley? Miss Valley has a deck list, like not the one where it's just Apex with a bunch of Floowandereeze, but like actual Miss Valley has a deck list. Ally of Justice has no deck list. Genex has no deck list, but maybe that will change for Genex when they finally get their synchro. Yeah. So I think that may like sites like Master Meta might be a pretty good gauge of like if a deck's truly bad or not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I really like that website. But that's my thoughts anyway. So I'm pretty sure I have to do a few missions here to get down to 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I do. Hopefully I'll be able to get done in one duel here. And then I can move on. Because this is getting a little late. Oh yeah, and yeah, there's actually some other thing I want to talk about. If anyone plays Xbox, it finally hit me. The search limit finally hit me. So now I'm limited to only making 3 or 4 searches every 15 minutes. Yeah, that does kind of suck, but at least like that's the only thing I'm limited on. Everything else, like I can pretty much do all at once. So all the like +10, +5 tasks I can do all at once. The I'm not sure if anyone else knows, but the versus game was working for a quick second. But that might have been because, like, maybe it was just for me because, like, it was like, or maybe it was just like because like they were about to implement the thing, and so they, for some reason, put it back while they were implementing the restriction for everyone who didn't have it yet. I'm not sure if there's still some people who maybe don't have the restriction, but I was one of the lucky ones not getting the first wave, or maybe like some of the first few waves, but now I have it. But it's just something you gotta get used to, I would say. It's just something you gotta get used to. I still think, even with this limit, the Xbox reward system is one of the best reward systems. Because, like, a lot of the other reward systems, sure, maybe you can get money a little, like, faster if you really do the grind. But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, rewards, like, you don't really have to do a lot of grind. And I feel like it's not too hard to end up getting a lot of money eventually. So maybe it's a little... It takes a little bit, maybe more time, like, more days technically. But I kind of like that it's not as much of a grind. Like, the others, like, required you to maybe download extra stuff on your phone in order to get eventually enough for gift cards, which I find really annoying. I don't want to have to download stuff that I don't want to download. And even Game Pass, like, at least for now, like, they've gotten rid of the Game Pass weekly missions too, so I don't have to download those kinds of games either, which I didn't really mind anyway, but I guess it's kind of nice. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind that coming back. Though, maybe if they could have it come back to where... Maybe if they could have it come back to where, maybe it's only, like, E10, like, T or lower games. I mean, not that, like, you can't just, like, mute it. Maybe that's the reason they got rid of it, because, like, they felt like it wasn't really family friendly enough. But an easy way to make it family friendly is just to make it T or lower games that, like, and then, like, if you want to play the MA, you can just play them on your own. So it's not even really that big of a deal. Yeah, but anyway, that's my thoughts. If anyone plays, like, Xbox like I do and uses the reward system, which I think if you have an Xbox and you don't have the reward system yet, I would say it's definitely worth getting Game Pass, like, even just for that. I think, because what you can do is you can, like, get it, like maybe you start, like, maybe you have to pay a little bit, like, at first, but, like, you can find good deals for it online. And then basically quickly within the first month or so, I'm not sure if you can do the 14 days for $1 deal, and by the time you end the 14 days, I'm not sure if that's enough time to get to a month, but you can get a good deal online. And then once you once you have enough to just pay for the month through the points, I would say just do that. And then that way you can be getting, like, the points for a free month of Game Pass to get you a little bit of extra games, whether or not you care about that. But the real allure is that you get more points for other things as well. And maybe occasionally those perks could actually be useful for you. Like, sometimes you get movie deals, which never really were really that great for me because they were all, like, R-rated stuff. But the anime, like, free, like, season of a specific anime might be kind of nice. And, like, maybe free trials might be kind of nice, too. That Max Z kind of stinks. And then I got hit with the Sprite Starter. Oh, boy. I should probably... I guess I'll just go with the Sprite stuff. Don't really want to do much else, because I don't want to give them too many draws, but I think I should at least go for the evil twin. Man, this stinks. I think I have to give them at least this. Oh, great. I wonder if I should start with the key sequel. Oh well. Hopefully I got a few of the missions done at least. I've been doing pretty well on the Sword Soul side of things with my other account. I haven't lost one yet. I'm not sure if it helps being in a lower rank before the Duelist Cup begins to get easier opponents in stage 1 or not, but I think like it'll get difficult either way, I would say. I think I am pretty close in ranks with both accounts though. Not that I really care about going like too far with my ultimate, but I think what I want to do is at least want to finish off the duel pass, and maybe I can call it quits with the ultimate. Yeah, and I'll eventually make it to the final stage. Oh, I'm already at the final stage, but I kind of want to, but I'm waiting until I get through it all before I show off the different awards. Just so you guys know though, like there's no gems within the Master Proficiency stuff, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Though there are a few legacy packs if you do like those. Definitely have other ways to get the legacy packs though, so it's not too big of a deal. And they do get kind of difficult, like some of them are a little bit more specific. And if you're not making a lot of decks, it might be kind of hard. Maybe just wait until festivals that like they give you the proper decks. Oh, it looks like this instant chain. Well, at least now if my opponent activates a monster effect, I can negate with Gamma and destroy it. So I should almost do the spell first. Maybe I can get some free bodies right there. I should do the spell anyway because I want to start up the live twin plays again. That's one nice things about the live twins, is that you can kind of rebuild. Even if your opponent takes apart your field. Yeah, see, and there you go. Now I can activate the Gamma. But now I don't. But I mean, I wouldn't have been able to add it anyway, so might as well still do this. This might be a reason to play Excel Sync Run. See, like in this moment, if I had the Excel, I would be able to like go for the drone play, but I don't have it. It's personal preference, like for the just in case scenario. But a lot of people don't really care too much because like a lot of the times you're either locking yourself or like, I mean, with just like getting the Gamma, like, I don't know. Just like a lot of the times it's not gonna matter. So I could do Sprite Elf here. I probably shouldn't though. Well, actually, maybe I should. Because if my opponent does it, then I can kind of get them back by doing the Lilla play. My opponent can do it, I bet they probably will. Oh, okay, so, no they didn't. I should probably do Casequel here. Because it gets me another link, I guess. That might not be too bad. Okay, I guess I'll know some of the Lila now. I think I pretty much have to, especially in the Kasiko Frost. Okay, destroy a card. Oh wait, destroy a card. So that might destroy for special summoning something else. Okay. It's nice that they stack. Okay, destroying a card on the field. Nah, man. Well, that's not really that important, I guess. Okay, so... Oh yeah, and one of the things I find annoying about Mass Effect, I've been playing quite a bit of Mass Effect, and one of the things I find annoying about the original Mass Effect is those buns. Like, those bun sequences, there's no way to make them any easier. I think I pretty much lost here. Yeah, because my opponent's just gonna get rid of this. And then I lost. Well, no. I might as well do it now, because then I lock my opponent from being able to do it. They really should have done it while they had the chance. And now they don't have an opportunity to. Wait. Maybe they do. I'm not sure if they can summon a Link 2 with that or not, but... Yeah, I should probably go for the blue here. Yeah, but those bun sequences, so I'm hoping maybe like when it says majority of the game for that one achievement, that like I can skip those bun sequence puzzles and still get it. And what's annoying is whenever I look it up, like I'm not sure if it's really going to be helpful. I did find one tip by a person that's saying like put your thumb in the middle, and I'm not exactly sure how that's supposed to work, because like it's still hard. Like I don't know what they're doing that I'm not doing, but like I tried that trick and doesn't seem to be working for me. Okay, so I'm gonna do Jet here. I should probably go for maybe Smashers. I'm thinking I go for Smashers. Yeah, and then maybe open them all can work. I don't know. Banish it until your opponent's end phase. That's not too bad. Actually, I think if I destroy this, it might be good. I don't know. Guess I'll just get rid of this one. I should probably try to get a few of the destroy missions done with. trying to get a few of the destroy missions done at least. Okay, good. Right before it ran out of time. So that's one of the nice things about having this live, is you can actually see what struggle of a time it, like where the because you don't actually get to see the time with my replays. I'm not sure if there's a way to toggle it on, but it's nice. So I might as well just yeah, I might as well do this, I guess. Banish that. There. Yeah, and since it's banished, my opponent doesn't get the effect. I have to do it. And now my opponent can just... Unfortunately... Better do it right away. Maybe I can lock them again. Negating that? Okay. Oh, it also makes it less attack. Wow. Now I don't know if I can actually... Well, maybe I have a normal summon mission. But mostly this is to get the elf out, I guess. Probably gonna use it. Does my opponent not have the link 4? I don't get it. Well, in any case, maybe I should go for the key sequel. Maybe I should go for this. Now I can just go for the blue. Oh, maybe it's not a quick effect. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe what it is it's not a quick effect. The nice thing is, though, I'm not locked into... So, here's what I can do. Oh boy. Yeah, you know what? I might as well just, because like... That's another destroy for the destroy mission. Okay, now I can do this. Do the max C right away. Okay. Turn back on to auto. So I don't have much time though. So I might as well do this, I guess. And if my opponent tries specing, which of course they will, I get a draw at least. Oh, maybe I should summon the carrot here. Sure, maybe just done it right away. Cool. There's my draw. I don't think I think I'm gonna wait. Okay, now I can do the I think what I better do is I better do this, go for the pixies. Now I can do that. I'm at least getting a lot of destroys. That's good. Good. Okay, cool. And that's game. Nice. I'm pretty sure I got quite a few missions done, so it's not super bad. Oh yeah, and I also got this quite a bit done too. 84 now. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I got quite a bit of missions done there. $300 more gems, that's nice. Oh, I got all the missions done, nice. That means that it's nice because now tomorrow I don't have to worry about missions, at least for this account. So, that takes care of that. So now I can work on the Bible verse discussion now. Which is, I would just say 2 hours and 19 minutes. Bible verse discussion. I wonder if I should just wait to do the Goosebumps on Friday. Maybe I'll do the Goosebumps on Friday because it's already getting to be a little late. Anyway, the Bible verse discussion. And besides, then I'll like, how many legacy packs do I even have? I'll be able to do more legacy packs if I wait till then. Because right now I only have enough for 10. Actually, it's not too bad, but maybe I'll be able to have enough for 20 or more if I do it, if I wait until Friday anyway. Anyway, the Bible verse discussion reads, all the prophets testify about him that everyone who believes in him receives forgiveness of sins through his name. Acts 10:43. That is the New International Version. So, So basically with this one, all the prophets, so, and, or if you want to look at YouVersion's version, everyone who believes in him receives forgiveness of sins through his name. I think that's a lot better. I think that's a lot more understandable for me, at least. So everyone who believes in him, that's everyone who believes in Jesus is another way to look at it, receives forgiveness of sins through Jesus' name. So, yeah, basically it's saying when you pray the prayer that helps redeem your life, not only does it help redeem your life, but also makes it so that Jesus will forgive you for your sins. Yeah, of course, like that's like part of it. So yeah, that's part of it. So it just kind of explain things, which I mean can also be nice in its own right too. So that's basically the verse. I don't know, not much to say about it, I think, but of course if anyone wants to talk about it further, like you can feel free in the comments or with me through Facebook, yeah, or you can just ask any questions you have about it now, maybe. But I'm just gonna be ending it pretty soon here, I think, because it's already getting to be a little bit close to. Maybe I should. No, I mean, maybe I should do the Goosebumps. I know what the next one is. It's One Day in Horrorland, so I'll just talk about it. So I feel like this time, I feel like this time the book was a lot better, I would say. I'm not gonna do the packs though. I'm just gonna do the Goosebumps discussion. But I'll say which one is. I think it's One Day at Horrorland. Yeah. I think this time I really like the actual film adaptation a lot better. Cause like the sign being a bit more anime was really cool. And then the parents didn't just worry the whole time about how the car exploded because it didn't actually happen. Like what it was instead was it was like a way to like control the car. So it was a way to kind of like make it so they were kept in, which is kind of cool. It made it so it was a lot more of a nice way to show off that yeah there's. But maybe like the reason why that Alstein didn't do it in the book because maybe he didn't know if there would be a sequel or not. So by the time they did a film adaptation, the sequel was already out, so they knew there was going to be one. But so maybe that's why. But I still really like that like the game show like was a lot more like a game show, whereas like it kind of went a little bit quickly. I feel in the. I mean, I guess the fight scene could have also been cool as well, describing a fight scene, but I don't know. I guess I'm just more into, like, the whole game show aspect. And of course, there were a bit, more, like, I don't know, like, there was a little bit more interaction inside of the park, I feel. Maybe there was a little bit less interaction in the book. But like it still felt empty enough though. So I don't know. So that's what I'm gonna say. Like a lot of differences, but like there's of course a lot of similarities as well. Like how they were still trying to get to Zoo Gardens, but they ended up in Horrorland instead because the dad was lost in both. So yeah, anyway, if anyone has any different viewpoints, you can feel free to let me know. If you want to talk a little bit more, you can feel free to let me know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this discussion or the Bible verse discussion. Anyway, I better take off now. I hope I hope a lot of you will show up in Friday's video, and if you did enjoy, please make sure you show me that you enjoyed by leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. And you can also be notified about my remaining videos until I, like, not exactly sure what I'm gonna do, but I know I'm probably gonna, like, be on break from this channel at the very least. Maybe start up a different channel, maybe with a different name, but I can always link it to the community post, so it might be good to stay subscribed for that also. And then if anyone wants to join up the high tier group, we still don't have a Discord yet, but maybe you can, like, join in and give ideas before we do, or even if we did start, like, you can always like give more ideas, and they can always be added in. Anyway, bye everyone. Have a good week, and I hope you enjoyed the checkered past for anyone else who maybe watches that. And I hope like you're able to make it past whatever hard parts of any games. Like, I have a few hard parts, but if I have to do the bun puzzles, I will for Mass Effect, but I'm trying to avoid that if I can. Maybe come back to it later. Just remember, that's maybe something you can do. See if you can maybe avoid some of the hard parts, or maybe see if you can make a game a little bit easier if you're getting stuck. Anyway, bye everyone. Oh yeah, and you can also let me know which Mayakashi build was your favorite in the comments as well, if you want.